Transformer Whammons wins groundbreaking What is a Whammons case after she was kicked off a female-only app. You go, girl. Show 'em, sister. We will not tolerate discrimination against Whammons Plus around here. Banning a transformer from a female-only app constituted unlawful discrimination, a judge found in a landmark gender identity case. Good, because you know damn well, if it was the opposite, if this was a male-only app that banned a woman, immediate lawsuit, immediate problems. So I'm glad to see it going both ways. The Giggle for Girls app and its founder, Sal Grover, were on Friday ordered to pay $10,000 in compensation and legal costs to a user kicked off the single-gender platform. Well deserved. It should have been $100,000 at least. The decision that Roxanne Tickle, what a name, suffered indirect discrimination marked the first time the federal court had weighed into gender identity discrimination. Oh, okay, that was the Transformer. All right, so Transformers generally get to pick their own names. The indirect discrimination cases succeeded because Ms. Tick was excluded from the use of the Giggle app because she did not look sufficiently female, according to the respondents. In a finding that could have implications on other female-only spaces, Judge Bromwich found that even if considered a special measure to promote equality, the Giggle app was not allowed to discriminate on the basis of gender identity. Oh no, won't someone please think of the female-only spaces? I would care a lot more if they didn't already destroy the male-only spaces. I'm going to keep saying that. I couldn't care less about female-only spaces because they couldn't care less about male-only spaces. They've spent the past few decades making it a point of honor, getting themselves inserted into every male-only space. Now it's time for some payback. He distinguished discrimination based on gender identity and based on sex. The compensation amount is a sliver of the $200,000 Ms. Tickle sought, half of which had been based on aggravated damages. The latter was based on an online campaign allegedly waged against her by Miss Grover, largely on social media platform Twitter. Dude, imagine banning someone and then attacking them afterwards. Like, how desperate do you got to be? That is just funny. The following the decision, Miss Grover wrote on Twitter, unfortunately, we got the judgment we anticipated. The fight for women's rights continues. No. You Whammons don't have the rights to discriminate against Whammons Plus. Don't even try to pretend like this is a freedom issue when you're trying to infringe upon the rights of our stunning and brave Transformer sisters. Alternatively, you can start getting out of men's spaces and we'll support you because if you want men's spaces, you need women's spaces too to serve as containments. So you could have one or the other. You pick. After her victory, Ms. Tickle said she was pleased by the outcome and hoped that it is healing for Transformer and gender diverse people. Mostly, I get to just live my life and be who I am, but a small group of people have taken it upon themselves to declare that I am not who I am, and they have said about making my life miserable, Ms. Tickle said in a statement. Go get them, girl! This case and the unlawful and discriminatory exclusion from the Giggle app has stolen the last 3 years of my life. I've been targeted by hateful online commentary and degrading merchandise designed to ridicule and mock me. Oh, someone made meme merch of this stunning and brave Whammons Plus, huh? I bet it's only available in Straya. We probably wouldn't get it anyway. The ruling shows that all Whammons are protected from discrimination. I bought my case to show that Transformers, that you can be brave and stand up for yourself. I know that I can get on with the rest of my life and have a coffee down the road with my friends, play hockey with my team, and put this horribleness behind me. Ms. Tickle was blocked from the Giggle app in September, current year -3, on the basis of her gender, despite claiming a birth certificate listing her as female. The court was told during a series of often heated hearings in April. It's actually like in a lot of places, you could get your birth certificate modified. So any of these laws that the Republicans are pushing through that say, that you have to use the bathroom that's consistent with the gender on your birth certificate. This is, they're so scared of defining women, they had to punt that still. So that just gives them an opening. Just change what's on your birth certificate. Now you're not violating the law. The court was told Ms. Grover created a Giggle app as a safe space for Whammons to interact with each other, free from male patterns of online violence. And then here you are committing some extreme online violence against a stunning and brave Whammons Plus. Well played, I guess. So Giggle's barrister, Brittany Nolan, argued Miss Tickle as a man, so it was unlawful to exclude her, or so it is lawful to exclude her from the app because of the provisions in the Sex Discrimination Act. Well, now this is something that bothers me, actually. So their argument was, since it's lawful to exclude men and this is a man, it should be okay. That could even be a defense is kind of scary. So it's only okay to discriminate against men. Yet if you were to do this in reverse and like ban a woman from a male only space just because she's a woman, would they be using the same defense? She told Justice Bromwich the court was faced with the impossible task of determining whether a person was a woman based on their psychological state and having undergone surgery to remove their reproductive organs. How about just check what their chromosomes are just to make sure? Yeah, this case is the what is a woman case, Miss Nolan said. And I guess the courts have decided a woman is whoever says they're a woman. Sounds good to me. That's the standard I'm going to go by. So every time I'm facing something that discriminates against men, I'll just say I'm a woman. The court was told Ms. Grover had persistently misgendered Ms. Tickle in media interviews and across hundreds of posts in the case about the case made her 93,000 online followers. Ms. Tickle's lawyer, Georgina Costello, said her client has received enormous amount of online hate as a result for Ms. Glover's actions. Oh, and what's funny about this, they're used to this pretty much just being the default when the far left is attacking the right. Yeah, it's pretty much normal behavior to rile up a hate mob and go after them. But when they try that against other far leftists, now suddenly it's an issue. They continue deliberate misgendering of her cannot detract from the fact that she is a woman, Ms. Costello argued. Ms. Costello told the court that Ms. Tickle undergone gender-affirming surgery and hormone treatments, identified as a woman with her family, friends, and at work, and used the Whammons changing rooms and shops shot for Whammons clothing departments. Up until this instance, everyone treated me as a Whammons. Ms. Grover is a self-declared TERF, which stands for Trans-Exclusionary Radical Feminazi. TERF's views on gender identity are considered to be hostile towards stunning and brave Whammons Plus. The outcome has sparked debate online, with Ms. Grover's supporters slamming the decision. What an utter embarrassment and failure on behalf of Thrian courts and politicians. Why? Because they actually upheld a stunning and brave Whammons rights? Hey, that's kind of funny. You think that's a bad thing now? Oh, right. You just don't like seeing your privileges go away, huh? Is that what all this is about? Yes, that's all this is about. That's a rhetorical question. As bad as legal slavery and racism, this pathetic and dangerous law must be overturned. Yeah, this law is literally worse than Hitler. Okay, so we're going there now, too. Restore Whammons' rights. Whammons do not have the rights to violate the rights of Whammons Plus. Just accept it. So Australian television presenter Lucy Zellick said, "This isn't over. I stand with Sal Grover." I think it is. It may not be over, but it's Grover. And it's absolutely maddening, but this clearly demonstrates that including gender identity in legislation leaves Whammons with no enforceable boundaries against any man. Ro Edge, co-founder of Save Whammons Sports Straya, said, "Whose fault is that? No, seriously, whose fault is that? It's primarily women who have been pushing for this BS. God, this is just nuts. They get what they want and then they cry about it. Like they can literally never be happy. So we're with you all the way. Victorian MP Moira Deeming wrote on Twitter. Well, there's another transphobe sharing a picture of her with Miss Grover, the controversial current year -2 Liberal Party candidate Catherine Devs and Whammons Forum CEO Rachel Wong. Others applauded the ruling, arguing it was the right outcome. That's right. You go, girl. A brilliant victory for the Transformers. A massive congratulations to Roxanne Tickle, one Whammons wrote. Proud of you, you amazing Whammons. Yup. Keep tearing down those fucking walls in these female spaces. A spectacular outcome in the Tickle v. Gig. Tickle v. Gig. I just realized this. Holy shit. Tickle v. Giggle. This isn't a parody article, is it? This isn't a parody? Only in Australia. Now we get to cite Takeover Giggle as a key precedent in defending and protecting women's rights from misogynies, a man said. Yeah. I love how men are like, you know what? These transformer movements have done more to advance men's rights in just the past few years than the MRA has in its entire existence. I think we should support them. Yes, in case you don't understand the law or how to read court judgments, Roxanne Tickle is a women's. Another person wrote, hope Sal Grover will have the decency to apologize to Roxanne Tickle. Yeah, do it publicly on Twitter, too. Jackie Turner from the Transformer Justice Project said that the decision was a major step forward for the freedom and equality of all women's, especially those with penises. The decision today is a major step forward for the freedom and equality of all women's. It affirms that women's who are transformers are indeed protected from discrimination under the current laws, same as all other women's. Yes, come to terms with reality. This is the reality you voted for. Roxy has shown incredible bravery in standing up to a campaign of bullying and harassments to fight for the rights of the transformer and gender diverse community. She should be incredibly proud of what she managed to achieve. Friday's decision can be appealed. Is it? And my question is it really worth appealing and going through another 3 years of legal costs for $10,000 though? Shit ain't worth it. I'd be surprised if it was appealed, but it probably will be appealed if it's being subsidized by an activist. So I think that's the important thing. If this case is subsidized by an activist, it will be appealed.